Alright, we learned that we have a special limit that says if I see sine theta over theta and theta approaches 0, this limit is approaching 1. Okay? And then we see a bunch of variations of limits related to this. Let's look at one more. So this limit looks a little different from the examples we have, but not too different, you know. I would say that by now we already know how to find the limit of this guy, correct? And I can just say this function is equal to this guy times cosine 7 theta. Okay, so I write them separately as opposed to in a one big fraction. So then I wanna say, okay, what happens if I look at these two functions separately? Okay, I have to look at them separately, doesn't mean I write them separately yet. Okay, so the limit of this function as theta approaches 0, we know that we know how to find the limit. The limit exists, and we know how to find the limit. And now if we look at this function, if I let theta approach 0, then I get cosine 0. What is cosine 0? Cosine 0 is equal to 1. So the function of this, the limit of this function also exists. When I have two functions multiplied together and the limit of each function exists, I can say this is equal to the limit of the first function with theta approaching 0 times the limit of the second function. Okay? Why can we do this? Because the two limits, they both exist as theta approaching 0. Okay? This is because we know cosine is a continuous function. This is, we know from practicing the special limits. Alright, so now let me just go ahead and say, okay, I can take out the 4 and then now I have sine 5 theta over 9 theta. But again, I want to create 5 theta in the bottom, therefore I need to adjust the constant a little bit. Alright, and I have this as my first part, and the second part is this cosine of 0. Okay, just plug that in. Right, so then now let me bring the constant to the front. So I write this as 4 times 5 over 9, and then I have limit of theta approaching 0 sine of 5 theta over 5 theta, and times times 1, okay? Cosine of 0 is equal to 1, so I'm about to write it up. Then based on the spatial limit, I know that this is equal to 1, so write down my final answer. That will be 20 over 9, like that, okay? So this is also a limit using the spatial limit we know, okay? So this is quite interesting. The computation is a little longer, but it's still, you know, as long as you do it step by step, nothing will go wrong, okay? Just be patient.